Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun and Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I make little tips and tricks videos here on YouTube. I stream every day, and when I do, I always encourage anybody to play games. So if you're playing Don't Starve Together and you're playing by yourself and you want to play with somebody, join on me. My worlds are always open. There's no requirements to join. You can just jump on in. And that doesn't matter if I'm playing DST, Terraria, Minecraft, Stardew Valley. Doesn't matter what I'm playing. That being said, let's talk about what I'm talking about here, and that's dungeons. Now, I've had this idea for about 3 or 4 years now where I've wanted to see Don't Starve Together incorporate dungeons into DST. And I'm not talking about going in there and hack and slashing like Diablo style. I'm talking about what you would normally see in Hamlet. Now, if you don't know what Hamlet is a variation of Don't Starve Together. It was an expansion that would bring you to a pig biome, a pig world, I would call it, with a beautiful, beautiful artwork. Such an amazing artwork. I cannot stress enough how much I love Hamlet. It's such a great game. Inside of Hamlet, they had these things called the pig ruins. And when you go into the pig ruins, guess what you would encounter? You would encounter multiple different things that would attack you and prevent you from going through the dungeons. And as you travel through the dungeons, one door would lead to a trap and a crack in the wall or a dead end. And sometimes you would get to what you would need to the next island. Well, how could they do this in DST to make it more enticing? I always say things like, when you have completed Don't Starve Together, you've done everything you can do, how can the devs get you back in? This is one of these ways. My idea is that they bring dungeons into Don't Starve Together with a variation of at the very end of it or while you're inside of it, you're able to get specialized gear. Just like I mentioned in my previous video, if they decide to add the Forge to Don't Starve Together built in, that could be something that would entice you to do it. If somebody said to me, hey, if you go to this dungeon, there's a chance of you getting an amulet that like made you not be hungry for while you're wearing it. Well, that is amazing. That is enticing for me to go there. There's an amulet that makes all pigs like basically be on my side or something like that. Like there's so many variations that they could do, okay? So my idea is you go into this dungeon and upon completion, you get an item. But to make it harder, you can make it harder yourself. Either upon completion, it then goes to the next stage until you complete it all, like the Forge, or you have the ability to change it yourself. For example, you can present gems, just like you do with the Crab King. You say, here's 6 red gems. Now the dungeon changes to fire theme. And now when you get in there, a lot of fire enemies attack you. Things that could potentially, maybe there is fire from like different traps. You present blue gems. Now there's ice everywhere. Now you're in a colder biome. You have to make sure you have a thermal stone before you go in. Things like this could really alter the game to make it more enticing, to make it more, you know, like the devs are really challenging you, and you're a pro player who's played hours and hours and hours of DST, and you're looking for something else to be challenged by. And this could really, really do that. I hope that Klei thinks about it because I think it's an awesome idea. I presented this idea before. I've got a lot of flack for it. I don't know why people are so opposed to the idea, but I think it's a really cool idea. I want to know your opinion. I want to know YouTube's opinion, and I want to know people that have played lots of Don't Starve Together, what you truly think about this idea. If you think it'd be an awesome idea, I know people are saying things like, go out there and look and ask for mods to make it. Well, this is something that I would love the devs to challenge us with. I always say things that when you go to a game and the developers are challenging the player, you get more satisfaction out of that than you challenging yourself. For example, if I go into a world and I say, look, if I get hit by one item or one character, I'm going to automatically restart. That is me challenging myself. But if the devs put this in and they make it very hard to complete, almost impossible, now there's reasons to go back and try again. Just like we did in the Forge. The Forge was exactly like that. There was times in the Forge where I would go against the rhinos and I would die 5 to 10 times like in an hour and just be like, okay, I have to keep going. And I didn't stop until I finally completed the Forge when even the final boss came out. And I still went back numerous times just because I said, you know what, it'd be fun to do it. And these are things that I think that they could add into the game to really do that. So whether you look at my previous video, which I talk about adding the Forge built into Don't Starve Together, or this video where I talk about adding dungeons into the game, I think either which way, no matter which way you think about it, it's I mean, unless you truly think that that should not be added for any specific reason, I want to know what your opinion is. So let me know down in the comments of what you might think, because I am really interested in something like this getting added to the game. So if you're a developer that likes to make mods for DST, feel free to, you know, ask me about what kind of things that you would want to add into it, because I think that it, you know, a mod like just somebody who makes mods for DST could really make something really unique for this too. But I truly hope that we eventually see something like this in DST, because it could really add a little bit of spice to the game that would make this game of Don't Starve Together a million times better than it already is. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching, and let me know down in the comments of what you think. If you think it should be added, or if you think the game does not need to have dungeons at all, just let me know regardless, because I'm very open to talking about this idea down below in the comments. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.